traditionally, people use tarot as a way of divination, so, as a way to tell the future, fortune telling, I guess. The way I see what tarot is a language we use to communicate with ourselves and to communicate with our psyches. And, in some ways, what I found about tarot after learning about it and studying it and using it for myself is that it doesn't necessarily tell you exactly what you're supposed to do, but it gives you some insights as to how to hone your energy and your focus when you're in a time in your life when you're really feeling confused.
Tarot cards are best for getting insight into a situation. They're most known for divination, for telling the future. The problem with telling the future is that we have a lot of variables in our life. So the farther out you get, unless it's a major theme in your life, the more ambiguous the answer will be. There's a psychological element to it, and some psychologists are using tarot cards to get people to think outside of their current frame of reference. So whatever cards are pulled will be the right ones and will provide answers, or at least a place for us to start to begin to answer the question. So there's a metaphysical element to that, but also a psychological element to it.
Tarot cards are used as, I guess, a tool for comfort. People use them they ask tarot cards questions that they need for guidance. They want to know, oh, what do I need to do to better myself or get this job I want? And the questions that I personally ask are kind of I don't know, I ask really random stuff oh, when am I gonna die? When am I gonna get married? How many children am I gonna have? But then it's stuff I also ask how should I study, how should I spend my time to study for this next test to do well on my finals?
It's not simple like that. Usually you connect with yourself. I connect with myself to feel which kind of things I need to stay around me for make my connection more strong. What this card means for me. It's the first thing. You see the image, the colors, the shapes, and then you can understand what that cards can bring to you. Because the tarot cards, it's a symbols, the symbols, and then you can connect with symbols to receive from the universe around you the connection for speak with you.
Tarot cards, I don't really think that they affected my perception of the world and with religion and spirituality, but it's just I believe in it as much as I don't believe in it.
These are pieces of paper. If you want a way to look at a situation in a different way and understand some likely outcomes of your decisions, cards are great at that. So it's more of the conversation, and yes, I've had incredibly accurate results with the cards, but I wouldn't make big decisions based on them.
I really like the images. I think the art is absolutely gorgeous, and I think it's gorgeous.
I was going through a really hard time in my life, and so I was looking for something to tell me more about myself. I wanted to discover more about who I was. And so I started, I picked up a tarot deck and got a tarot book, and I just started to learn more about it. I would pull a card every day and journal about it, and just to learn more about myself as well as, the cards. I think at the time I was looking for answers, very much at a point of time in my life where I was really looking for answers, and I really wanted somebody to tell me what I should be doing.
That mysticism, the ability to answer questions through divination, just fascinated me. And a friend of mine gave me my first deck, which is part of the superstition of tarot. You have to get your first deck as a gift.
All times we have decisions, choices, and it's not so easy. And sometimes we need more. I need more details, and I use the cards and the pendulums to connect myself. It's like it's one kind of meditation. The tarot cards, it's coming like for enjoy, for stay. It's a pleasure to stay around the tarot cards. It's like very sacred for me, and I'm very grateful to I can access the informations like that.
When someone searches for the meaning in cards, you really have to like get loose with it in order to adapt to like the situation that the person's asking about. Personally, whenever I ask questions, I've never gotten an answer that like I don't identify with. I feel like you don't really ask questions like really specific. You ask for something that's like general, and then they give you like a general answer that can be like specific or like really general depending on how you read the cards. I don't think I've ever gotten a reading that like leads me astray. Like I have a really hard time making decisions, so it's just like something that helps me. Yeah, Magic 8 Ball.
There's something to the power of random that makes for fairly good readings. I've had people where the reading made no sense to them at all, and then they come back to me, maybe a year or two later, and it's like, I had no idea that reading was spot on.
And then if you ask me how this works, I cannot tell you, but it works. It's magical.